Alrighty, I think it's time to do a quick KSP, new game, new version of KSP. Now to do this, I'm gonna just close a bunch of things because it's occurring to me that I should probably not have like, 10,000 different windows and browser tabs on screen simultaneously. It might be a good idea, so I'm just gonna really quickly address that right now by closing everything that I don't need and reading any comments I have on Reddit. Let's see here. That's funny. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I think we're good here. I think we got all of the. Okay, let's get to it. Now, I downloaded two games. I bought two games that were irresistible. This one is like a demolition game, and it just looks kind of fun. I really want to try it out more than Kerbal Space Program. Like, I haven't even played this yet, but it looks pretty cool. I like the videos I've been seeing. It just looks fun. But I was playing with this recently. I did a stream on Space Engine, but let's get to KSP because I mean, this is a long-awaited title. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and it is time. It is about time we get to it. Oh, bummer. So there may be a little bit of a challenge here. So let's widen the video frame a little bit. Why don't we? What, they want me to log in? What do you want me to log into? What you motherfuckers want me to log into? Why do I need an account? Yeah, why? To get early word? I don't care. Stay connected to what? Don't care. One-time login? For merchandise. Maybe later. Thanks for letting me know. I just want to play. Hey, just let me play this stupid game. There we go. No, I don't want to do the weekly challenge. I just want to play your video game. I wonder if it's going to be a clear night tonight. No, it is not. So no astronomy for Ron. Pardon the mess on my desk. Is doing a lot of hard drive related things. This one here, we gotta set this one aside. This is actually a working drive, but it's not mine. All right. Whoa! Did it already crash? No, I think it was just this. I gotta. Oh, it's got a cute title screen. Do we want to take advantage of ultra widescreen? Well, I can tell you one thing. I can't be certain how this stream is looking on, on the internet, but I'm gonna go and keep the window opened on my, other monitors so I can be aware of how this is looking because OBS will usually give you like a very sluggish preview. So it's really hard to ascertain the performance until you see it on, YouTube Live, which is in need of being refreshed. So I'm going to refresh that page because I really need to see that this is working. I'm not here to stream a game that doesn't work, right? We all want to see it. You came here to see a game. I came here to make sure the game streams, and that is weird. It's like my web browser suddenly doesn't like me. I don't know if this is like because of applications on my third monitor, but I can move things around. Yeah, I think Chrome just gave up on me. Chrome literally just like gave up. Chrome was just like, I don't care. Goodbye, sick, sad world. All right, Chrome, you know what? Get lost. There we go. We killed Chrome. Though I'm gonna bring it back because I don't feel like going into another browser right now. Well, that was useful. I click restore my previous session. So what does it do? It doesn't. Okay. So now it's telling me my streaming software is connected. Good. Okay. As long as it's connected. So this will allow us to make sure that we're getting the proper frame rate because I don't want to begin changing settings here unless I know it's good. So am I moving smoothly? Nah, that looks pretty bad. That looks terrible. That looks like hell. That looks like crap. I'm gonna have to change settings here. I heard about this game using different settings. So here we got first impressions already. How's about that? First impressions. That looks like hell. And I mean, the game looks good on my screen. You know, it looks good on my screen, but obviously we want what I'm seeing to translate to the stream. And that is not happening right now. Like it is choppy on YouTube and on my OBS window. So how do we fix that? Well, I'm gonna have to stop and start the stream. And before I do that, we're gonna take a look at the OBS settings. So for example, we're gonna have like my video encoder. So I think what's happening is if we pop into the task manager, I'm gonna put this on my secondary monitor. Yeah, KSP is using like 85% GPU, and then OBS is getting the rest of it. So, I don't know, but I might have to actually tell OBS to use CPU-based encoding. I mean, KSP just said, I'm going to eat up more of your video RAM. Okay, that's fine. I kind of expected to do that. That's what a graphics card does. I did hear they did a lot of optimization, like, or they did put like a lot of onerous on the GPU. So I might be able to like increase the quality by, you know, allowing higher latency. I might be able to do something like this, like just change these presets here. I might even use the variable bitrate. I don't know if YouTube is gonna appreciate me switching between variable bitrate on the go like that, but I might give that a shot. If I had a second GPU in this computer, I literally was thinking about putting a second GPU in this computer for this exact reason, because right now, yeah, like this is, you know, definitely not gonna be great if I can't use NVIDIA encoder. So basically, some people are whining about the specs. Which, I mean, like, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I have a 2060. I'm actually right above the red line here. (1080p) low settings, 1440 at high settings. They claim that it's only going to be sluggish during the early access period. I don't believe that I don't really believe that at all. But hey, you know, if they actually do solve that, okay, cool. But I'm not, you know, really gonna, you know, take that at face value. So, what can we do here? What can we do here? No optimization and bad development cause practices are the cause 99% of the time. Because I don't really care about the game performance. I care about being able to get OBS to record at a higher quality. I'm not going to install driver fix. That seems like a scam. Let's just try this again. So, just to be sure, I'm going to open it up on my phone real quick, because that seems to be a good way to verify or, you know, compare the quality levels. So, all I got to do is go to my own channel. Someone left me a comment, or a response to a comment to something controversial I commented on. Okay. Nah, that looks like hell. Yeah, that looks like shit. Okay, so what can we do about this? Well, this is where the task manager comes into play. So if we look at the Windows task manager, CPU is low, GPU is high. Now, if I want to change the settings like real quick, I'm gonna have to do it like quick. So I have to disconnect my stream, change the settings, and then resume. So we're gonna try. You know, I'm not crazy about the low latency, high latency change. What is Vizio tuning? I'm going to turn off physio tuning. I don't think it's going to take effect instantaneously, but we're going to turn it off anyway. Okay, these are simple. We got a space station orbiting. In fact, that looks like more than a space station. But anyway. Only thing is I don't really want to increase the latency, because if I increase the latency, it's going to take me longer to see the result of changing the, you know... Oh, I'm on the wrong monitor. Okay, now we're on the correct monitor. Okay, so that's not so bad. Yeah, it still looks like hell. So... I'm gonna go and tweak it now. So we go here. I don't know if these actually take effect like right away, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we switch to monitor again. It's skipping in the OBS window, which is not entirely uncalled for. I can't really tell if it's any better. It doesn't look better. If I wave my hand moves smoothly. I think my graphics are smooth. Yeah, so my video is smooth. The game capture is like crap. So I think I'm gonna have to take the plunge here. And I'm gonna have to do that thing I don't want to do, which is switch it to CPU based encoding, which drives me insane. And to be darned sure we're on the right, yeah, I'm on the right GPU. It's just using up all of the GPU power. Like, this game is like using up 90% of it. Like, this is madness. I don't see why it would be doing that. Like, it's like, I'm not a game dev, so I don't want to say it's amateur hour, because I don't think I have a right to say that about the devs. But we're going to disconnect the stream and resume the stream like right away. Okay, standing by for stream reconnection. Stream should be reconnecting any second now. We're going to go back into the game, and stream should be back up in like 5-10 seconds perhaps. Okay, it's already better. So this is really important. A very important observation. When I started my stream a few moments ago, I was using my normal settings in OBS. I was using the NVIDIA encoder. So for example, if we switch to my secondary monitor and go into my settings for Open Broadcast Studio. In fact, the quality might still be skipping, because as it turns out, the stream quality was skipping, and I had it set to use the NVIDIA encoder, which basically uses the GPU, the graphics hardware, instead of the CPU to do the video encoding, you know, for the live stream. And you can see these graphs over here, the 3D accelerator, and the video encoding portion of the GPU right here. And when I went here, KSP was using a larger chunk. In fact, I don't see a change here. By the numbers, I don't see a change here. But what I do know is that when the game was running on this screen here, the video would be like choppy. It would look good on my screen, but it would look bad on my OBS monitor, and it would look bad on, you know, the YouTube video preview, or if I look at it on my phone here. Once I switched it from NVIDIA encoder, so there's like a tab, a pull down menu over in OBS where it literally says NVENC. It would literally be the same setting you see here, NVIDIA encoder. And I switched it to X264, which utilizes my CPU that instantly improved the situation. So, yeah, don't know what to make of it. Just kind of a heads up. Now, only caveat is I was just recording with the GPU. So if I stop recording and I go into my, recordings folder and I play back the last recording, when I started my stream a few moments, it looks good. Yeah, so that looks fine. So apparently I can use the NVIDIA encoder locally for video recording but not streaming because perhaps different settings. This is going to definitely need some investigation, but I think, this is important because I like using the NVIDIA encoder because, it takes the strain off the CPU. As it's now, we don't see a radical difference, but if I was to stop the stream again, we may be able to demonstrate something. So, of course, I have to do it quick. I have to stop streaming, change my settings, and come back to it. Okay, I highly doubt we're going to see any improvement here. I didn't change my video encoder settings for the local recording, but the instant I switched to NVIDIA encoder, yeah, it's skipping like crazy again. So, I think we know that much so far. It looks okay. No, it doesn't look okay on my phone, so I got to do it again. So, same routine. This is so boring. I'm gonna stop the encoding. We're gonna stop the stream. Okay, I've switched it back. I don't expect an improvement in quality because all I do is I didn't change it back completely. I just changed the NVIDIA encoder settings. But yeah, that looks like every time I play this game, I'm gonna have to use the NVIDIA encoder. Not only that, but I believe when you switch between the NVIDIA encoder and the CPU-based encoding, you gotta go back and you gotta like do it again. You gotta like yeah, no bueno there. Okay, so GPU encoding is out of the question. So what I meant was I've observed one big problem with KSP2, Kerbal Space Program, which, is the space game that, simulates rockets and whatnot, the sequel, the long-awaited sequel. And so I'm streaming it using OBS direct to YouTube. And when I go to my secondary monitor settings here, well, when I'm watching the game on YouTube or on my screen, it's skipping like crazy, but it looks good on my main screen. So if the gameplay looks good, the streaming quality and the preview in OBS looks horrible. Like it's just skipping real bad, low frame rate action. And I was able to rectify that by stopping the stream and switching to CPU-based encoding. So I'm going to do that one more time because I've tried, dialing these up and down and whatnot. The only other problem was that the other problem is when I switch back and forth between CPU and GPU encoding, it resets my bit rate. So I have to then go and change the bit rate. I got to remember the old bit rate, which luckily I was running the screen recorder at the time I was looking at the settings, so I can go back and, find out what my old settings were. But that's just an annoying extra step I got to pursue. Whoops, and I forgot to switch monitors again. But it's skipping in OBS. It stands to be reasoned that it's going to skip just the same when I look at the YouTube preview. So, yep, confirmed. So, final time I switch back, we're going to just do the CPU. So, to do that, we have to stop streaming. Okay, for the record, we have switched it back to CPU-based encoding, and we're going to resume the stream 8,000 kilobits per second for anybody who cares. So, anyway, what else can I do? Can I improve the quality? Whoops, I gotta switch screens. Can I improve the quality visually? Can I use higher resolutions? I mean, I could do... drop my phone. There we go. I'm just gonna put my phone right here so I can monitor it here. We can keep the default settings. I should probably start with the default settings. Okay, so we are in full screen right now. No, we're in borderless mode, which is why I can easily alt-tab in and out of the game. I could use my ultra wide monitor. Actually, unless there's an aspect ratio setting somewhere, I cannot use my ultra widescreen monitor. I can do 1920 by 1080, but I cannot do 2560 by 1080. So take that as you will, but you know, we're gonna leave these all on, like anisotropic filtering, for example. Anisotropic filtering. Yeah, we'll leave that on. Yeah, we'll leave it on. Everything's on high, so that could be bad or good. Anti-aliasing is completely off, but you know what? Based on all of the bad things I read, I'm gonna just keep it as is. Campaign name Von X, because it's like Space X. Wait, no, campaign name. I don't know. What do we call it? The ISV development program. I don't know. I'm just making an ISV development because I want to do an interstellar vehicle, and it's gonna be called Von X. And I don't really care what logo, but I guess I should pick something cool, something, you know, space related perhaps, right? Huh? Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Her 5-minute mission: to seek out new graphic settings that don't cause problems. I like that one. I'm gonna use that one for now. I don't know what these agency colors are, like what this is about. I don't really know why can I only have 2 colors? I feel like it should be red and green because you want colors like, you know, port and starboard. So we'll do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna roll with that. Alright. So sound is gonna be pretty loud. You may or may not be able to hear me loudly. Look at that. They added fake film grain to a, you know, cartoon photo. That's nice. Come on, load, baby. I wish I kept the task manager opened on my secondary monitor. Or my tertiary monitor. You know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put task manager on one of my monitors right now. Just so we can keep tabs on the game throughout the gameplay. And if I really want to get fancy, I could set up extra shortcuts in my stream deck. Well, all you gotta know is this.
Your new space program, leaping forward into the cosmos. Since the dawn of Kerbalkine, we have looked to the sky and wondered what sublime mysteries
They got Carl Sagan
in the darkness.
How do you get Carl Sagan for this shit? How do they do that, huh? Is my audio muted? I feel like my audio has been muted. Testing. Okay, no, it's not been muted. I just can't see the VU meter. They got Carl Sagan in here, bro. That motherfucker sounded like Carl Sagan. He's like, oh, like I'm Carl Sagan.
I think that might have been the only copy of the orientation film. And I'll put age by the.
Yeah, I'm not looking to watch a bunch of videos, so we're gonna go straight to the VAB and fire it up. Do I actually want to do that? Maybe I want to pick a craft that exists. Like a basic rocket for starters, that'll be fine, right? I'm sure I'm doing this ass backwards, but you know, we just want to fly, right? And I'm just guessing the controllers at this point. that's the status of our CPU GPU right now. I can't really switch monitors without I can't switch controllers, but let's do that so we can see what the GPU is doing while we play. So we're gonna alternate back and forth between this and this. And you see now the video encoding is like non-existent, but it's using up all of my video RAM. It almost makes me wonder if my 1070 would be better suited for this, but I have a 1070 with 8 gigs instead of 6. Are you ready to fly? Here are a few pointers. The element of your flight cluster, this element is your flight cluster. It contains all of your flight controls, just like the ball thing, right? Here you can speed up and pause time. Okay, that's the bar on the bottom. Staging stack, that's always important. And then you can go to the training center if you want to learn more. So, now is there a throttle? Oh wow, that's terrible. That's not bad. I'm getting 60 frames a second, kind of, right, when I do this. Let's check what the settings are, by the way. Can I check settings right now? Because I didn't see a frame rate limiter. I feel like we should be cranking down a bunch of settings. I'm gonna go low environment props. Yeah, so I went for like extra conservative settings just now. Well, I didn't see, you know what was absent? A frame rate setting. Something that would let you limit or increase your frame rate. Or, you know, yeah, basically you want a limiter. So definitely don't want it going above 60 FPS. There would be no point in doing that. Well, let's give it a shot. So, do I have a throttle control? I expect there to be a throttle. Can I get that off my screen? So, I think it's... Okay, there we go. That's the throttle. Looks like the throttle is already maxed out. And then, do we have like... Okay, good. We got sick astronaut system enabled. Oh, it looks nice. It's got a bright hydrogen flame. Oh, I'm supposed to turn. If this is the same rules as the other rocket game, you gotta be like at a 45-degree angle when you're going like 100 meters a second. I don't know how fast I'm even going right now. We got our fuel levels here. I mean, it's working okay so far. If we go to the map, we could see in the map the orbital trajectory. This is like the main, you know, thing that dictates, you know, faster you go, the more your, what you would call it, your ballistic trajectory will increase. And as your ballistic arc increases, you'll get to a point where we enter free fall. Is essentially what what's happening is when I turn off the engine, I'm gonna fall down into this arc. But if you go fast enough, that arc goes over the horizon, and what ends up happening is you end up falling continuously. Like, you just, you know, by the time your arc falls on what would have been the ground, you're just on the other side of the planet, and you just keep falling over the horizon, basically. It's very cool how that works. So it looks like a pretty sound design. I got solar panels all around the sides of the hull on the fuel tank. You know, I don't know if I'm doing this right or wrong. I feel like I did something wrong here, but if I have enough fuel to get this orbital trajectory going, I'll call it, you know, a job well done. Looks like I'm going to be on a very elliptical orbit. And with 50% fuel and dropping, we don't have a lot of time to get this rectified here. So let's see how far we can go from here, huh? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Ah, we're dead. We're dead, bro. I don't know, man. Will we make it? Oh, I'm gonna make it to the moon before I make it to crash. I should just... Whoa, 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 shit. Is there a time... Is there... Can I go backwards? Can we go backwards? I can't go backwards, can I? Well, looks like I'm a dead man. I could try retrograding. Now, there is a way to, you know, hit a button that automatically goes retrograde. See right there. Now, one thing I learned about this game was if you don't have solar panels, it gets electricity from a generator in the engine. So if you don't run the engine on like passive thrust, it's not going to generate electricity. Now, since this guy here has solar panels, I think we're going to be fine. So one thing that's confusing me right now is it looks like it's doing whatever it wants. Like it's basically dictating how I fly using these settings. I don't remember it being like this, but we're going to try to radial in, and hopefully this will let me deorbit myself into the moon. That's really my goal right here, is to slow my velocity such that oh, ho, ho. Okay, looks like I missed my rendezvous. Alright, well. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, it's working pretty decently. I'm gonna have to explore this on my own time, just figure out things like, you know, if you can download craft. You probably can't download any craft right now. Oh, I'm using solid boosters. Terminal velocity in 3, 2, 1. Think I could land it? You think I could land it like a SpaceX rocket? Well, I think it's... I don't know if these are real physics, but this thing's got a lot of momentum right now. And the GPU curve jumped up when we started flying. Where's my velocity? Okay, good. I'm about to fall. So we're dropping a bunch of rocket debris and my parachute. Okay, good. I think I'll be safe. Let's see the explosion. I mean, I guess it's proportional, but it's not as exciting looking, right? Now, can I maneuver? Apparently the control moment gyros in this thing here do allow me to maneuver somewhat. I don't know if you'd really have that much control authority in real life. Now, I wonder, can I eject the parachute? Not that I want to, but, you know. So, prettier graphics, interesting sound effects to accompany the graphics. I feel like that balloon is really holding air, you know? So, I mean, that's cool. I'm gonna press random keys on my keyboard. Whoops. What did I just do? Ha! I think I just pressed the quick save or quick load button. But that was all well and good. I'm gonna have to play with that more. I think I want to play a more fun video game now. Maybe some Nintendo. Oh shit, where's my parachute? I don't even know what I did. I pressed the button and when it reloaded the screen, I didn't have a parachute. So yeah, that was some fun, right? You know, looks pretty. It's not that bad of performance, but due to the way they set it up for the GPU, it definitely, you know, tipped the scale and prevented me from using my normal, you know, GPU-based encoding settings, which I prefer because it reduces the amount of work the CPU does, which does two things. It reduces the heat output and the power consumption, because when you do GPU encoding, it's using a separate ASIC, a separate application-specific IC, so it is more efficient. It is more efficient in more ways than one. But anyway, I think we've had enough fun with that. So for anybody who tunes in later, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please leave a comment. And for now, we shall end transmission. When I find the button. End transmission now. Bummer. It jumped. End transmission on my